Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sharnae and I make content about my life. Well, I'm gonna start to anyway. And if you're from back in the day, thank you for still being here. I'm back again, and I'm finally ready to give y'all a proper life update. So this video might be long, and I pray to God that I post it. So if I post it, yay! But yeah, this video is gonna be long, so sit back, grab a cup of tea, cup of coffee, because it's gonna be a long one. I'm currently struggling with something in my throat, so I got my ginger tea here. So yeah, anyway, let's get in. let's just jump in. Let's just jump in. Okay, so I got comfy, which is just leaning back basically. But yeah guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here, I'm back, and I think I owe my subbies kind of just an explanation of where the hell I've been. And why the hell I only have shorts on my channel and where the hell my videos went. So I'm here, I'm back. Alright, so I guess this is kind of like a life update slash story time slash everything all at once everywhere. Yeah, I'm just gonna get into it because I'm gonna lose my train of thought. Also, this is the second video I've recorded because in the first one I was rushing through it and I realized I was just not sharing actually everything. So let's go back in time. Let's go back in time. All right, okay. The last video I posted was probably in 2020, and so much has changed since then. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you probably know some of what's happened or what's been happening in my life somewhat, but if you don't, here's what's basically happened. All right, so I'm just gonna go back to COVID because I feel like that's where the shit started. Okay, that's where everything kind of just went haywire. COVID happened, your girl was doing videos because she was bored AF, and I was uploading somewhat regular, right? You guys saw me go through my vegan stage. I spoke a little bit about my PCOS journey, and I just kind of shared where I was at that time, and things were going somewhat great. I was okay. I was like somewhat okay, and fast forward to the beginning of 2021. So I don't know if you guys know, but I used to be very close to my gran. She raised me. She was basically my mother, okay? She was my mother. And unfortunately, she passed away at the end of January 2021. And I just kind of spiraled out. I became so depressed that I had to go to a therapist. I went on medication for my depression and anxiety because it was through the roof. And I just wasn't myself for the entire, I would say, like first 9 months of the year. Of 2021, I just was not okay. And at that time, I went through a phase where I just deleted my entire presence on YouTube. I deleted my Instagram account and I changed it. I deleted all the content I've created. I just kind of went through a purge, okay? I went through a purge. And it was very much needed at the time. I think looking back now, I kind of regret deleting all the content I put out, but at the same time, I know now that it was just something that I had to do. It was something that I went through that I really just had to do at the time. So I kind of went through the purge, and I've been trying to get back to a place where I can just create content again. And in the time where I was just like super depressed, I kind of went on like a spiritual journey, right? And the spiritual journey was so great to me because I healed a shit lot, especially the relationship with my mom. There was a lot of things, like major things that I didn't know at the time that I needed to heal from. It was like the major, it just didn't focus on me. Anyway, it was like the major points of my relationship with my mom. And I kind of healed that, but I was still not over my grand's death, because I didn't really mourn in a proper way. I was just doing shit for like 2 weeks, like 2 weeks straight. I was just like drinking, and I was smoking, and I was doing a lot of shit. Okay, it was bad. It was really bad. And then more of our family members passed away. Close friend of mine passed away. That's actually my ex, and it was like a whole thing. But that's a story time for another day. Okay, I don't want to get into that now. I don't, but it's a story time for another day. Anyway, so with everybody just passing away around me not dealing with a lot of the shit that was on my plate. I was healing, but I was only healing from one aspect of my life, because your girl, I have a lot of trauma, okay, that I still have to work through. Am I doing it right now? No. Am I going to? Probably. But anyway, so yeah, that happened. And yeah, so I basically I healed just from certain aspects of my relationship with my mom, and then I kind of felt okay, and the spiritual journey was just like coming at me from left, right, center, all over the place. And I realized that I was super unhappy. Now at the time I was working at Unilever, South Africa, and the workplace was also toxic AF. It was just the workplace, not the workplace, I don't want to say the workplace, I just want to say the manager I had at the time was very toxic, and it really added to my mental health even more, and it got to a place where I couldn't do it anymore. So I left that job, and I was just down. I was dealing with a lot of shit. I didn't have any creativity left in me at that point. It was just, I was just floating. I was literally just numb, and I really hated that. I really hated it. Anyway, somewhere along the way, I don't know what happened, but I started feeling better, and I was like, you know what, I should get back to content creating. And I started doing more spiritual content, but then I realized that, you know what, I don't want to share that just yet. So I just stopped completely. I had a podcast, it's still up there somewhere, and it just didn't go anywhere, because I was just like, I can't do this. And I think about 2 weeks after coming to that realization, my now husband, yes, I'm married. I'm married. Your girl is married. I'm married. Anyway, my now husband proposed to me, and I said yes, obviously, because I'm married. I'm married now. She a married girly. Anyway, why is this thing not focusing on me? I hate it. I hate when this happens. Okay, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Anyway, so my husband proposed to me, and we were happy. It was great. It was amazing. And then literally he proposed to me on the 4th of September 2021, and the 6th of September, that Monday, he got an email saying that we're moving to Australia. Yeah, I'll let you digest that for a bit. Yeah, that happened. So our entire lives got turned up again in a good way. Was it good? I don't want to lie to myself right now and say that it was good, but our lives got turned around, and I'm not gonna lie, I was freaking out a little bit, because I was like, I just got engaged. I am still struggling with a lot of things. I don't have a job. I don't even know what I want to do. I want to go back to full-time content creation, but I don't know if I'm in the right space to do it. It was just a whole lot. It was a whole lot, and at the same time, I felt like I couldn't share anything with anybody. I shared it with my close friends, and that was about it. And I was like, if I'm gonna go back to creating content, I want to be authentic, and I want to be honest AF, because I feel like only then will I basically succeed in being a content creator, or an influencer, if you will. So I didn't go back to content creating at all, but I've been there. I've been making like videos here and there on TikTok, and just trying to feel somewhat connected to me making content. Anyway, And fast forward to maybe like I think a week after that or 2 weeks after that, they were like, okay, cool, you guys are leaving in March of 2022, so y'all gotta get ready, y'all gotta decide, like, just get ready, you're moving to Australia. And my husband and I knew that when we initially made the decision, like early 2020, 2019, that we wanted to move to Australia eventually, we knew we wanted to do it as a married couple. So we had 3 months to plan a wedding. And bless, guys, my mother-in-law is amazing. If I didn't have her, I think I would have been crazy. I don't know how I would have done that. But we had our wedding. So we actually got married at home, like legally married at home, just with like the close family. And then we had a reception in December for all our friends and family. It was just literally under 50 people because COVID was still happening at that time back home, and it was just bad. It was like bad, and also social anxiety. So I was very happy with that number. And yeah, it was great. We got married and we were like excited. We were like, okay, cool, we're leaving in March, let's get shit together, let's sort out our lives, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, we gotta do this. And then March turned into the rest of the year. So hold on. Hold on. Okay, so the entire 2022, what am I saying? The entire 2022, we were basically just sitting ducks, waiting for our visas to come through, waiting for things to happen. And it put me in another round of depression because I really wanted to work because I was like, I have to decline all these amazing positions coming my way. So I was very depressed, and I tried to make content here and there, but to be honest, it just didn't feel right. It felt like I was forcing it. It felt like I am literally just trying to put things out while still not being able to tell anybody about this damn big ass face that is happening in my life. First of all, like the being married part, that's always been like kind of private. I think not a lot of people even knew that I was in a relationship, and that's on me. That's on me. I get that. This thing is just not focusing. I hate it. I hate it. Anyway, that's totally on me, right? But the whole moving to a different country thing, I felt like I really wanted to share it. And I knew if I picked up a camera and I started vlogging or I started doing anything, I was gonna let it slip. And I really didn't want to do that because my husband and I are obviously very private people, and we just wanted to keep it to ourselves until we got here, and then we were gonna be like, okay, cool, we moved. Because a lot of our family members and people in our lives didn't even know that we moved until we got here. A lot of people thought we just basically went on a holiday, but we didn't. We moved here. Oh yeah, surprise, I moved to Australia. Yeah, weird Chennai is back, if you can't tell. Anyways, so the entire 2022 was just basically being anxious, being depressed, not having feeling like I'm not creative, feeling like I don't have basically anything left in me. It got to a point where I gave up on even coming here because I was just like, it's not gonna happen. It's been over a year. We've been waiting. I had to turn down jobs because they wanted me to be in Africa, somewhere in Africa, and it was great roles, and I had to turn that down. And that really just, it kind of knocked me. If I'm not gonna lie, it knocked me a lot. And fast forward to December, my friends and I always do this thing where we like every New Year's Eve we'll spend it together. We'll write things down that we want to let go of in that year. I do it on my birthday as well. You write things down that you want to let go of. Anything you feel like anything that's holding you back, you write it down and you burn it, like you literally burn it. And then on another piece of paper you write down everything you want in this new year or this new phase, right? So we did that, and both my husband and I wrote down, we just want to get to Australia at this point. We just want to start our lives because we felt like we couldn't even enjoy the first year of our marriage just because we were constantly anxious and we were just waiting for our visas to come through, and we were just in this waiting period. Like, guys, the waiting period ain't fun. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's really not. I feel like I lost my shit a couple of times, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, so December happened, we did that. We were just like really hopeful that we'll get to come like early in the year, or at least before June, July. We really just wanted to get here to start our lives, because we were getting very anxious, and it was just not good, and it actually affected our like relationship a lot too, because we were constantly anxious, we were constantly worried, and we were just like, shit, it's not coming, is it happening, is it not happening, because what the hell is happening, you know? And the 1st of January this year we got our visas, and we were so happy in a sense of, I think it was disbelief at first, because imagine you're waiting for this thing for more than a year. Your entire life has kind of been put on hold, because you can't really do the things you want to do because you're waiting for this thing. And you know that if you start doing the things you want to do, by the time this big thing that you've been waiting for comes, it's going to be more difficult to kind of go into this new thing. So that's why I didn't do anything for the entire year, almost a year and a half. So when we got our visas, I was in bed. My husband came in running. He was like, babe, we got our visas. And I was like, huh? What? Sorry, what? And he's like, it's here, it's finally here. And I remember I took a breath, and I was like, thank you, Jesus, first of all, because you know how difficult this has been. So thank you so much. And I was sitting in bed, and I was just like, I was shocked. I phoned my family, I told my friends, and it was just quiet. Like all the little pieces kind of fell into place, all the pieces that felt like it was missing. I was like, shit, we're gonna begin our lives together, like officially as a married couple, because this last year that we've been married, I don't know what the hell happened in that year, because we were just in this waiting period. We didn't really see anything else but Australia and our visas. And we just sat down and we looked at each other, and it hit me, fuck, I am about to leave the country for the first time, and I'm not even leaving the country just to go on a vacation. I am leaving to move for good. And I had the panic that came through me at that point, guys, it was a lot. I felt like I couldn't breathe. And then I realized, fuck, Shanae, you were supposed, this entire year that you were in this waiting period of your life, you were supposed to prepare yourself, and you thought you prepared yourself for this moment that's here now. And meanwhile, you were focusing on everything that was going wrong. You didn't take the time to really prepare yourself, because it's a huge step, guys. Imagine just leaving your whole fucking family behind and moving across the world. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how we did it, but we did. Because I'm in Australia right now. But yeah, so that happened, and we had a month. We decided that you know what, we've been waiting for it for a long time. We've been ready since like March to leave. Actually, since January 2022 we were ready to leave. So we were like, okay, cool, we're leaving at the end of the month. And we had that entire January just to spend time with family, friends. My parents came down, we saw each other, we were together for the entire January. We had a big ass farewell party. I'll show you guys the photos here. And it was just so wholesome. It was so wholesome. And then on the 1st of February, we landed in Australia. Perth, Australia. Now, I don't know anybody from Perth, right? I didn't really hear a lot about like Perth. It was always Sydney, it was always Melbourne, Adelaide, all the Gold Coast, all those ones, but never so much Perth. So I didn't really know what to expect, right? So we landed in Perth, hella jet lagged, and it was just a lot. So at that point I was like, okay, cool. I wanted to do like a travel vlog, which I did, a short little travel vlog on TikTok, and I was like, yes, I'm finally feeling creative again. I'm gonna go back to YouTube. I'm gonna go back and just be a full-time content creator. We got here in the middle of a fucking housing crisis, and I'm sorry for swearing, but yeah, we got here in a housing crisis, and we had about 2 weeks to find a place, like an apartment. And the stress came again. Just when I thought I had a break, it was just no break at all for Shanae at all. So the first 2.5 weeks my husband and I spent just looking at apartments, going to inspections, because the way things work here in Australia is way different from South Africa when it comes to renting an apartment. I feel like it's harder here, and the renting crisis at the time that we landed made it even worse. I think there's still a renting crisis going on. I'm not sure, but I don't know, but anyway. So that entire first 2.5 to 3 weeks, my husband and I didn't really enjoy anything that much, because we would just focus on finding an apartment, because his company put us up in a hotel for 2 weeks, and then we actually stayed for 2.5 weeks just because we were looking for a place, and then we found this place that we live in now. And this is how I know that I was meant to be here in Australia, because every single thing fell in place from the minute we found out that we moving to Australia. Everything fell into place. It might have not been on our time, but it fell into place. And this apartment was the first one we saw. We came in, we were like, we don't know how we feel about it. It's okay, it's not great. It's a little small. Let me tell you now, it's not small. It's an amazing apartment. But coming from like a South African lens, coming with a South African lens into it, really screwed us over so much, I would say. So yeah, so we got an apartment, this great apartment here now, and we eventually got it. It took like, I think, a week and a half, because as soon as we saw it, we just applied for it in case. We applied to a lot of places in case, because we were in the middle of a rental crisis. So we would like, let's just cover our bases and make sure we apply to everything that we like, or all our maybes, and see what happens. So we got this place. We moved in with nothing. We basically did furniture shopping as we like just went along, to be honest. Thank God they have IKEA here, which is great. But yeah, IKEA became our best friend. We just went, looked at things, got it, furnished the place, moved in, and then I was like, okay, cool, now I can relax. Now I can kind of just figure out what I'm gonna do. I gave myself 3 months. I said, you know what, because everybody said it's hella hard to find a job here, like it's very hard. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna give myself 3 months to find a job. In those 3 months, I'm gonna start my content creation again, because I've been wanting to do this since 2021 when I was going through all that shit, and I knew like I wanted to come back, because honestly this is one of the things that makes me very happy, is just creating content. It always has. That's how I got into it, by creating content. And all my jobs I got because I was creating content, and that didn't happen. That didn't happen at all. So timeline, let me just go for timeline again. Got here 1st of February. We moved into this place on the 17th of February, and literally at the, I think the 25th or something of February, I started working. I got a job, started working as a content creator for this company, and I was like, yeah, that's great, that's so great. I love content, I love creating content, and like I used to be a data analyst, I used to be a content creator, I used to be a social media analyst. I've always been around it, and I honestly didn't think content would be in my life for this long, but it's like the thing that I really fell in love with back in 2015 when I started my blog, right? So I was happy I got a job as a content creator, and I was like, I'm gonna be creating content again, and the company's great, the company's fun, it's great, yay. And then I went through a wave of depression again. I don't want to say, yeah, it was a wave of depression. I didn't know it at the time, but eventually, through a lot of introspection, I realized that I was actually just homesick. Now here is the funny thing. When I moved here, even before I moved here, I said, you know what, I'm not going to miss South Africa that much. I'm going to miss the family, I'm going to miss my best friends. That's about it. I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. I got here, everything was fine. I think we were in the high with finding an apartment, and then I started working. I didn't have time to process. I didn't give myself time to adjust properly, and I missed home very much. My camera was gonna cut off. How rude, so rude. Anyway, so I didn't give myself enough time to basically just settle in, get used to everything, get used to the fact that obviously shit is different. I mean, this is a first world country, everything works here, which is another video. I'll do another video of just the pros and cons of living in Australia, but at this point it's just pros. But I'll do it because I think there's a lot of, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Anyway, so I realized I was very homesick, and I didn't really know how to deal with that, and it was very busy at work at the time too, so I just became very unhappy. And I hated it. I was like, why am I unhappy? I literally have everything that I've wanted for a long time. And I realized, no you don't. You don't, because you said you are gonna go back to creating content for yourself, and you didn't. And so here I am, back again, and I decided that I'm gonna give this one last shot. I'm gonna invest in myself, and I'm just going to go for it, because I am in a position in life right now where I can go back to being a creator, a content creator for myself, or an influencer if you will. So here I am, just a girl bearing her feelings and thoughts and things for you. But yeah, now I'm back. That's a lot, guys. I feel like I just drama dumped on y'all a little bit there. Damn. Anyway, so I'm back now, and I really just wanted to make this live update, and I really just wanted to let you guys know why the hell I just disappeared for so long, and why I'm suddenly back. But I'm back, and I know for sure that my content is not gonna look the same as it used to, because I don't even wear makeup anymore. I'm not a beauty guru anymore. I just don't enjoy that. I kind of just want to share my life and the shit that I'm going through, talk about the stuff that I'm passionate about, and just share that part, and just really be authentic and honest and open with you guys, because I feel like now I have nothing to hide, because I'm not keeping the move a secret. The wedding thing happened. I'm not like keeping this part hidden. Not that I did, but I felt like I was very private about a lot of things for actually no damn reason other than people's judgment, I guess. So I'm finding a better space where I can create the content that I want to create, and I want to take you guys on this journey, and just thank you for all my subscribers that kind of just stayed. I appreciate you guys. I'm back, and I'll make great content for you guys. So yeah, so I'm in Australia now. I still can't believe it. I don't know how this happened. I don't, but I'm here, and I can't wait to share everything. I know I'm sounding like a flippin' broken record, but I really cannot wait to share just what I've been up to. I'll insert a few little clips at the end of this so you can kind of see. You can also go check out my Instagram and my TikTok, because that's where all the kind of recent updates are, and you'll see what I've been up to. But yeah, that's it. I'm back. That's the video. I'm back. I'm back. Anyway, to all my South African subscribers, I love you guys. I miss you guys so much. You don't understand. I miss it, okay? I miss it. And people are gonna be like, oh, why? You're so blessed. You're living in a different country. You have power all the time. Well, I'm allowed to miss home. And this is another video, and we'll get into this in another video, because I feel like it needs to be discussed. But this is just for another video. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for staying through this cock long video, first of all. Yeah, if you want to see what I'm gonna get up to, what I'm getting up to, hit that subscribe button if you like videos like this. I'm gonna be making a lot of them. Give this video a thumbs up, and just follow me on social media. Follow me everywhere. Tell me you're from YouTube. Also, let me know what you guys want to see from Australia, what kind of videos you want to see, because I am done doing a niche thing. I feel like I shot myself in the foot by doing it in the first place, and I just want to be myself. So whatever you want to see, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.